Hello, and welcome to a Sunday edition of Robert versus the New York Times Crossword. Today we're going to do the Sunday, March 3rd, 2024 crosswords, and go for that 1,465-day streak. So here's your spoiler alert for the Sunday mini. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Mini is always free to play. Alright, let's do it. Cash, swish, stash, Tampa, a year, this is Waymo. I mean, spark, harms, honks. Full 5x5 today. The stash, we've got Waymo. Shout out to Phil, as well as John and Liz, who once took me in one of these self-driving Waymo taxis. It's pretty surreal. Nothing but net. Smarm, nice word. Jammed in. In a traffic jam, you hear a lot of honks. Anyway, now for the main event. That's the Sunday Daily Grid, which is by Hoang-Kim Vu today. Here's your spoiler alert. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Daily Grid does require a New York Times game subscription. This one's called Countdown. Sunday is the only day with titles. So let's see what Hoang-Kim Vu has in store for us. Let's get into it. Loose-fitting garment. The dash, okay. Blank TV. Impractical jokers. Lower as lights is dim. Highway could be route. Nation on the Red Sea. Okay. Coding headache. Naval engagement. So it's just an error maybe. Big-eyed baby. Naval engagement is a sea war. One taking interest in your education. This is an outlet. It's gonna be some sort of student loan joke. Things packed for a sleepover. Maybe it's PJ's PSAT here. 7/ that's July. Heaps at publishing houses. Helmsman on Star Trek. Is it Sulu? Yeah, pass. No or no. It may help you keep up with old classmates. Alumni network, maybe? Sigmatism by another name. Edward Jenner used it when developing the world's first successful vaccine. Okay, Cavs on scoreboard is Cleveland. The blonde and legally blonde is Elle Woods. Accepted passage. High times for the petroleum industry. Oil something. This is Lisp. What might unfold at a camp. And effects seen on FX perhaps. Maybe it's CGI and caught. Exclamation on April Fool's Day. Gotcha. China's Sun Yat-sen. Mademoiselle in Madrid is Senorita. Alumni newsletter. So gotta figure out what's happening here. Words of clarification, I mean. So we have that in the mini also. Oil booms. Checks for bugs. Beta tests. Excerpted passage, right. X but not Y. Right. Okay. Care of goods by rail. Distress signal. It's a flare. Iconic role for Carrie Fisher is Princess Leia. Letter after Sigma is Tau. Put on the air again. Rerun. Contest or contest. When repeated, gung-ho. Rah-rah. Reran, maybe. Rave. Okay. Freight train. We have 8 going down. I see. Alum 9 newsletter. So you get numbers going down. So this is some kind of dress. Tent dress, maybe? Nation on the Red Sea. Eritrea. Sally Mae. But on why those are Roman numerals. True TV. Alright. Player of 45s is a phonograph. Borough of New Jersey noted for its indoor shopping malls. From New Jersey. A snippet here. Certain porter. Haim of Licorice Pizza. Alana, maybe? Landed on a licorice base in Candyland. So, licorice there. Cowpox here. Right you are. Exacto. Contestants argue. Their eggs are dark green as emus. The E of id est. This guy, we're together. Rave. Enthuse. This in Spanish is esto or esta. This dish often topped with marinara sauce. This is end at. Meat something. Meatball sub? They also want us a cob. Some Kiwis are Maoris. A red cap. Paramus, okay. Slush piles. Chosen name of 5 popes. Pious. No, it's not pious because this is one of these ones. Accounts. Oh, it's Sixtus, okay. Tails, I guess. Green lights is okays. Dos Equis. Standings column. It could be wins and losses, right? Malibu, e.g. Put side by side. Break for a bit. Take 5. There we go. Sedan. Chevy, Malibu. Trivial is mirror. Camera spec is SLR. Okay. Dorm decor often. Posters. Stop on a publicity tour. This is a pose. Octavio pause. I think a croc here. One way to go. Solo. Prepare oneself. Steal oneself. Control Z is undo. Brought before jury is tried. Landed on a liquor space. Lost a turn. Okay. Press event. Okay, there we go. Alternatives to Pumas or Avias, like the athletic sneaker. Fundamentals are ABCs. Schedule slot filler. Grim, maybe bleak. Terracotta. White Russian ingredient is Kahlua. One doing the Lord's work is a vassal. Okay, must be Axl Rose there. Does some field work. Plows, maybe. Missing work. This is French dessert whose name translates as small oven. Petit fours. One of the answers I gave on Jeopardy once. This is an appointment. He's with me. Okay. Flair is Elan. Language spoken in Luang Prabang. Must be Lao. Playwright Eugene O'Neill. Government bonds, question mark. Thor, e.g. Okay. TV chef who wrote semi-homemade cooking. Sarah somebody? Birch bark and pine cones. Okay. Missing work. Stolen something. Camelot figure is Merlin. Cold feet and cold shoulder. Idioms. End of days. Blank ball. Ski ball maybe. Ambitious sort. They're all pulling in the same direction. Some kind of team. Stolen art. This is Aspirer, I suppose. Education orgs are PTAs. Days ends in the letter S. Emperor before the year before emperors is Nero. They can be tapped out. Okay. A tree with eyes on its bark. Maybe it's aspen. Flick the switch band could be AC/DC. Curt. Would want to put terse. Aches for is pines for. That's a Kai. Take it easy once in a while. Don't work too hard. Okay. Chinese dish eponym is General Tso. This is just short. Crew team. Got it. Hush hush packs are NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Blank cherry. Don't know it. Knee high soda. Dents can be tapped out, I guess. Blank Shrimmered hip hop duo. Don't know it, unfortunately. Michelangelo masterpiece is the Pietà and Seep here. Overnight site is an inn. Concert at the end of a concern at the end of a space journey. It can be written in scripts known as Nask and Ruka. Okay. Requires need. Welcome. Consumer. Just eater. Set or word set before set. Ready. Set. Go. Greet, probably. Avenger. Okay. Some kind of entry. 3. It's going to be 3 Earth re-entry. Sounds a bit awkward, but Louisiana cooking style could be Creole. It's Arabic. Estuary could be Aria. Sandra Lee. Tinders. Okay, interesting. Three Tall Women playwright is Edward Albee. Alliances. Rages is Seeds. Norm is something Sunny and Fredo. Corleones. This is one, I see. Norm Standard, right? Isn't it? Something bent or lent an ear. Okay, so it's not Seeds. C's red. C is red. Smartphones here is LG's. It's going to be elegant. You might take them out for a quick spin informally. Keep it in mind. Idea. Good name is your rep. Want to trade. There we go. Sub 10 Sunday. Sort of always the goal. Countdown. So countdown because the numbers are going down in the grid. And I think they do go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8. They should be in order, right? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can't quite be symmetric because the lengths of the letters are not symmetric. The lengths of the numbers, rather. And they literally go down in the grid. Corleones. Don't work too hard. Tent dress, which I didn't know about. Alumni newsletter. Freight train. Press event. Sixtus, the Pope. One of the first popes was Sixtus, maybe. Within the first 5, there was a Sixtus. Or was 5. Take 5. That's interesting because in that one, the word is just 5. Like, it's not changing the meaning there. So maybe there's no good phrase to find a 5 in. Petty 4s also. Which when I was on Jeopardy, Maya Bialik corrected my pronunciation. I'm not sure she was right. I said petite 4s, and she said petty 4s. Shout out to Maya Bialik if you're watching. Earth re-entry. I said it sounded a bit awkward at the time. I think it's fine. Don't work too hard. And Corleones. I think it's a fine theme. It's not super interesting. It does help you solve the puzzle, though. I mean, I guess the fact that they're... Okay, maybe what I'm saying is that there's nothing in the puzzle that suggests why they should go down. I guess the title is working sort of as a revealer here, as countdown, and that gives a reason for it to go down, but I guess I just solved it as a... mostly as a... That's not true. I was going to say mostly as a themeless, but no, I was looking for these ones, so it's definitely a theme. Take 5 and petite 4s sort of stand out, though, as things where we're not changing the meaning to get the letter. Anyway, let's look through this thing pretty quickly. See what we can learn, if anything. Effects seen on FX. Oil booms, is that a thing? I do like big-eyed baby. We had EPs and 45s here. Do people say exacto? Yeah, Octavio Paz. He's a Mexican novelist. Poet. And diplomat, rather. I thought novelist, but I was wrong. Whenever I drink Dos Equis, I like to count how many things I've drank in Equis. You know, if you drink 2 beers, you've had 4 Equis. I guess Quattro Equis. Fun fact about me. We've got one of the classic kinds of crossword clues, which is to give You often see Ada, also include just as H. Didn't know Cherry. If you have something I should listen to, leave it in the comments below. I do listen when you suggest something, I promise. Sea War. Sea War always strikes me as like a wordless word. Here's another classic kind of crossword clue. This is what I was thinking of. If you see number slash, it took me a long time before I got used to it. It just means give the abbreviation for the month. Slush piles is kind of nice, I'll say. Paramus, that's a deep cut. I am from New Jersey, though. I don't think I think of Paramus as being noted for its indoor shopping malls, but I'll take the New York Times at its word. They sort of have to give some kind of clue that isn't just, city in New Jersey, random city in New Jersey. So I kind of get it. You want to clue it as somehow notable, but Tinders is a bit of an awkward plural, I'll say. Stolen art. Is that a thing? I guess that's a thing. Is it a thing? I'm not sure. Rhea is another crossword classic. I think it's a solid example of a Sunday puzzle. It's an interesting idea, at least. At least it's an interesting idea. I'm sure the stats will say it's actually about average, even though I think of sub 10 as fast for me. They'd be getting faster and faster these days, so a bit faster than average. So far, 63% of users have solved slower than their Sunday average. How fast did yesterday end up being for people? Ended up being very hard. 13% slower on average. Median, I guess. All right. I think it's too early for the plus word, and I think it's too early for the code words. Just by a few minutes. We can try New York Times Flashback. That's fun. Yeah, I like to do Flashback. See what we got here. How well is it? Okay. Tim Berners-Lee writes a proposal called Information Management. It becomes the World Wide Web. Dutch first used metal blades on ice skates. In the winter, their frozen canals become high-speed highways. This is definitely before 1989. If I had to guess, like 1500s? 1200s, wow, way earlier. Soldiers mutiny against Congress in Philadelphia, seeking back pay. Lawmakers flee and decide to place the capital on federal land. So sometime in the late 1700s, 83. Unhappy with the slow tempo, a music executive tries to stop Louis Armstrong from recording his next song, What a Wonderful World. That's got to be in the 60s? Yeah. Studying to become a doctor, Frida Kahlo is hospitalized after a bus accident. To occupy herself, she begins to paint. So this is, when did she begin to paint? Like the 1920s? Yeah, okay, doing well so far. Angering his hospital, Sidney Farber first uses chemicals to treat kids with leukemia. Some enter brief remission, showing the promise of chemotherapy. So when did chemotherapy become a thing? Before or after 1967? Judging from the picture, I would say it goes here. That's right, 1947 to 48. Deeply religious, John Wanamaker wants his clothing store to be moral and honest. To avoid haggling, he adopts a simpler system, price tags. When did price tags and Wanamaker become a thing? I guess between 1783 and 1925, but I have no idea. Late 1880s? 1861. The printing press first arrives near Rome. Instead of heavy German lettering, Italians will develop more readable fonts, including Roman and italic. Nice. Roman and italic are both referring to Italian in Rome. So that must be like the 1500s or something. Oh, quite early. After 200 years of construction delays, a cathedral's bell tower still leaning is completed in Pisa. So the question is, let's go here or here? I think it might go here. 1372, there we go. All right. How are people doing? 22% of people got it perfect. And we see these stories that are related to these. This is apparently the hard one. dynamic pricing. I heard about that. That seems like a crazy idea. Surge pricing on Wendy's burgers? I don't think Wendy's burgers are good enough to demand it. Anyway, let's finish as we always do with the New York Times connections puzzle, where we try to make 4 groups of 4. Let's see what we got here. Okay, couch, foot, mole. Intimate or intimate, sleeper, Kelvin, verse. Suggest, 1,000, line, asset, meter, agent, potassium, imply. So I do see units here. Foot could be one. But a mole could be. I also saw what did I see? Apparently nothing. I mean, verse, foot, something about poetry, meter. Oh, verse, foot, meter. Line, I guess, could be. Suggest, imply, intimate, I also saw. But what's the 4th? Couch? Suggest, imply, intimate, and then what? Asset, agent, mole, sleeper. Okay. Okay, 1,000 potassium can all be represented by the letter K. Oh, and Kelvin. Okay, I think I see it. These are the letter K. These are about poetry. These are secret agents. And these mean to get at something. There we go. Always a good day when you get all 4 connections. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you tomorrow from DC for a Mo Monday. See you then.